Well, hey there, my friends. Welcome back to Presto Paul TV. I'm your host, Presto Paul, and on this channel, I teach you the best tricks, tips, and techniques on how to do magic for beginners. Today, I have a fun demonstration trick that you're going to be able to do. It's going to let you look like a card mechanic, a card sharp, somebody that knows advanced sleight of hand, all without using advanced sleight of hand. Let me demonstrate it first, and then we'll get into the tutorial. First thing we want to do is give the cards a little bit of a shuffle, just like that, and I'll give it a little bit of a cut as well. And now I have trained my fingers, I have trained my ears to detect exactly where certain cards are within the deck. I think I found my first one. Yes, the Ace of Hearts. That's card number one, ace number one. Can you guess what's going to happen next? I'm going to attempt to cut to the other four aces, or three aces remaining out of the four. Let me give them a little bit of a shuffle and a little riffle and a little listen and a little touch, just like that, and I should get ace number two, the Ace of Clubs. Shall we try for the third one? Absolutely we shall. I'll give the cards a cut. I'll give the cards a little bit of a shuffle one more time. And now let me see if I can find this third one here. Ooh. Yes, I believe I have it, the Ace of Diamonds. We have one more to go, but just to show you that I am a professional and a card mechanic, I won't even try to listen this time. I'm just going to try to do what they call a dead cut to the ace. And that would be the leader of the deck, the Ace of Spades. Let me limber up my fingers, and I will hopefully cut right to the Ace of Spades. Find out how to do this really fun 4-ace cutting routine right now. Alrighty, you ready to learn how to do this 4-ace cutting routine? It is very cool. The process and the technique to this is an old technique. It uses a special card that I'll get to in just a second. You also need your 4 aces from the deck, so go ahead and pull those out. And I set mine up with the Ace of Spades at the top, so it'll be the last card in the revelation at the end, like you saw in the routine. You can set it up any way you want. I just set it up black, red from the ace on the top, and I'll show you what to do with those in a moment. But this special card right here doesn't look like much. And it shouldn't look like much because people will not detect this card. This is known as a short card. I use a joker because they're a throwaway card anyway. You could use any card you wish, it does not matter. The edges are trimmed, and when you put it in the deck, you cannot tell, especially when it's shuffled into the deck, which one is a short card. I'm going to try to line it up here towards the bottom where you might see a little bit of a difference right there. Could be, maybe not. But I'm going to show you how to make this short card right now. So go ahead and grab a deck of cards, get out your 4 aces. If you have a joker, grab the joker. If not, any card will do. Let's check out the tutorial portion on how to make the short card. All right, so here is how you make your short card gimmick. I use a joker just because it's a throwaway card anyway. You can use any card you wish, it doesn't really matter. You need a pair of scissors, and you also need a nail clipper that has the little curve in the end of the nail clipper there where you can cut your nails with to make them a nice little rounded shape. You're going to use those to aid with the corner here in just a moment. You're going to take off a sliver, and I mean a sliver. I got a sliver from one I made earlier. You probably cannot even see that little sliver, but I'm going to show you how to do that. You're only going to cut just about the width of your scissor right at the very end, like this. I'll try to stand up here so you can see this, hopefully. And you're going to cut right down the edge just a little tiny bit, all the way down. Keep it nice and straight as you can, and that falls off, and that's all you're going to get off of there, that little tiny sliver right there. Maybe against my shirt you can see that. You turn the card around and you do that again, just a little tiny sliver right down the end. It doesn't take much. And then cut that off. Now you're going to use your nail clippers. You get those out and you're going to round the edge the best you can. It does not have to be perfect. No one's going to really see this card or inspect the card, but you're going to round the edges just like this. And when you got a little edge like that where it's kind of straight and it's somewhat curved, you just have to cut only a little bit of it, just like that. And then around the end here, just cut off the rough edge, the sharper edge, make it look a little rounded around the corner like that. And one more edge to go. And sometimes they're almost pretty good and you don't have to do a whole lot of it. You just get in there and give it a little clip on the ends. And that is how you make your short card. Let me trim that just a little tiny bit more right there. So when you put this on your cards, it's going to look buried inside the cards like a normal card. You won't really see it. The cards will be in motion, so you won't see it much at all. You don't bring attention to it. It's not a big deal. That's how you make your short card. Now let's get into the tutorial. All right, now that you made your short card, you're good to go. Take the short card, place it on top of the deck, take your 4 aces and place it on top of the short card. You won't see that short card at all, so no worries. Don't even think about it. Now, you're gonna do an overhand shuffle several times here, and I'm gonna show you how this works briefly during the routine, but I have a detailed video on that. I'll put a link in the description below, as well as a card up over here for you to check that out afterwards. But real briefly, the first shuffle you're gonna do is you're gonna take a small stack of about 10 to 12 cards. It does not matter. You're just moving your stack of cards to the bottom of the deck. And then you're gonna shuffle off the rest of the cards on top of that stack. Now you're going to cut the deck about 1/3 of the way down. It doesn't have to be perfect, just a little bit, and place it on the table and cut the cards on top. What you've just done is sandwich the aces in the middle with that short card just below it. So when you pull up on the edges, you're going to feel and you're going to hear a click exactly where that is. I'll try to put it up to the mic so you can hear it. So you heard that right there. So right now I have the aces, which is right here, and I have the other 3 right behind it, or all of them right there, as you can see. And what I cut to was my short card right there. So when you have that card on top, all you're gonna do is riffle up from the back. Just takes a little bit of practice to feel that and hear it. And you can move the cards around, shuffle them all different ways so people don't know exactly what you're doing. Hold it up to your ear. You just pull up with your thumb and it'll snap right there. When it does, briefly look at the card for a moment to build suspense. Show them the first ace. Now I want to get my key card above or just below these other 3 aces that are going to be left here in just a moment. So if you go back to the video of me doing the performance part of it, you'll see I turned over that ace of hearts and placed it on the table. As I do that, naturally, I'm pushing over a few cards. My key card, or my short card is going to go back on top of that ace. You're gonna hold that break there for just a second as you cut the cards to the table. Now that that one's done, you're going to do an overhand shuffle again. So you've done a cut, so they see a cut. Now you're just gonna take small portions. Your stack is at the bottom. You're going to wait, so I got my jokers right there. When you're about halfway through the overhand shuffle, just throw the chunk on there. They don't know any different. We'll riffle the cards again. Wiffle the cards. Don't wiffle. We're not playing wiffle ball. This is riffle. You want to play wiffle ball, you go outside. Don't play ball in the house. You riffle the cards until you hear that and feel that little stop. Look at the cards for a moment. Show the ace. You're going to do the same thing. You're just going to peel it off with your index finger or whatever finger that's comfortable. Flip it over, setting it down next to the first ace. Again, pushing over the joker just like that. Placing it on top of here as I close the deck. Cut right there to the bottom. Do the same process for this next card. Whoops, I dropped my little joker down there. Again, I get that right there, go about halfway again, just throw them all on top. Same process, do a little bit of riffling like that. Listen and you can hear it, you can feel it. Just practice it a few times, it'll become easy. The ace of diamonds. Now for this last one, the dead cut. Don't get nervous, this is super easy. You're gonna do the exact same thing. You're gonna place your joker on top of the ace of spades. You're going to cut it down like that. Do the same process where you overhand shuffle about halfway. Now, with that card being short, when you just gently take your fingers to the edge of the deck like this and you pull up very gently, it's going to cut right at the ace of spades. You just have to try this, trust me. All you're gonna do is just reach down, pull up, and you will cut right at the ace of spades. I'll do it again. The ace of spades is down in there. You're just going to go lightly with your thumb and middle finger from the end to end and just pull up gently, and you will see that it'll cut right to that ace of spades, bringing to conclusion this really cool 4 ace cutting routine. I think you're going to enjoy this one. Practice it just a little bit, get used to what that feels like. Should be about 5 or 10 minutes and you'll have this routine down and have a lot of fun with it. Well, thanks so much for tuning in to Presto Paul TV again. I hope you enjoyed this one. It was a lot of fun for me to put this together for you. I know you're going to like it and fool your friends with it. Hey, if you have not subscribed yet to the channel, go ahead and consider doing that. There's that big red button right down there. Give me a big thumbs up if you like this video. Leave me some comments down below as well. I always answer those as soon as I can get to them. Now, I want you to remember one thing. Go have fun, because when you have fun, you'll live longer. Take care. See you next time right here on Presto Paul TV.